There we are. Yeah, this thing wasn't a good idea. Welcome everyone to the Too Awesome stream. I just barely finished setting up OBS, and I notice I sound quiet. Shouldn't be the case, but or was I just talking quietly? Isn't it all right now, or? Yeah, okay, I was talking quiet. All right. And here we are. All right. So, yeah. So I just barely finished setting everything up back again, since I was installing my operating system anew, and now my machine is way quicker. But I'm still missing some things. And the sad news of this could be that I'm not quite sure if we can get into the engine today, which isn't too big of a problem because we are still going to work on the illustrations, so this should be fine. But yeah, aside from that, everything else is just great. So let me put this down here. Otherwise, it's gonna be the top of my head again. And yeah, so today we are going to work further on the character selection, and mostly on the illustrations themselves. Let me check what size this is. Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, well, unless I can make it bigger. And I mean I can. Pixels. Okay, what if we made it 150? Yeah, this will be way better. Okay. I'm pretty sure I finished setting up my... Oh wait, not that exactly. I didn't quite finish setting up my Photoshop, but that will only mean I don't have my usual shortcuts, which is fine though, we can do without them. But the plugins should be there. Let's check real quick. Yeah, it's smoothing. Okay, so this is fine. And my remote should also be fine. Yep, alright. Okay, great. So, let's throw a background in the back here. And I need the color thingy, but how do I get it again? Color? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Alright. This should be... Alright, yes. I'm actually gonna like quickly sketch something, like anything, because I kind of need to warm up a little bit at least. So let's draw a small head or whatever. I think for now the glove, yeah, is making it worse for now. So oh no, and the circle, I forgot about it. Okay, so this is something I need to check real quick. So there is this fun thing that every digital artist knows. Uh, pen and touch. Control panel. So there is this thing with tablets where Windows is having. I think you can see it, right? Wait. Can you see it on this? No, you can't. Okay, but basically, when I hold down my pen long enough somewhere, something like a white circle, like comes around it, which like prevents me from drawing further, which is super annoying, and it's just a function that you can turn off. But I quickly need to check how. There's always gonna be technical issues. I thought after the reinstall there would be none, but obviously the start is gonna cost me a bit of fixing. Okay. So where do I go? Devices? Pen. No, wait. Control panel? Yes. Okay. Where can I... Where can I see this? Uh... Hardware and sound, perhaps? No? Pen and touch, yes, it's there. Yes. Press and hold. There it is. And then what do I enable? Yeah, I just got rid of this, right? And it should be fine. Okay, let's check. Yes! Okay. Awesome. Okay, this should be good. So we can start. And I wonder. I think we'll start by the hair. For some reason, this occurs to me now, but I never paid attention to where I start. I guess I always just start where I feel like starting. But for the first time, really, I actually think for a moment, like, where should I start with this? Okay, and basically how this is going to go. I'll put down basic lines using some help from Lazy Nozumi, which is basically the smoothing of my brush. Then, once we're done, we'll get back to the line art and we'll define some lines with their thickness to communicate which parts of the drawing are closer to us. So in this case, for example, this hand is gonna have way thicker lines than the shoulder, for example, because the shoulder is back there and the hand is coming at us like this. And also, yeah, to show that the hand is in front of the body, the finger is in front of the shoulder, and so on and so on. So yeah, that's the game plan. And I possibly might have went with with an extra thick brush, but I think this will work just fine in the end. Okay, so the eyes are gonna be tricky. They always are, and especially with Jack, because as I noticed with like Jack has this very. I always talk about this while drawing her on the streams and everything, but she has such a specific emotion that characters like, for example, I'd say Lara Croft, I guess, Samus from Metroid. They have the sort of emotion that we're trying to go for with Jack. And since I'm both not the greatest at emotions, or I mean like face expressions, and it being tricky, like a single line, like a couple of pixels, how a certain line is thicker or thinner can like have an enormous effect on this, if it's giving off the right vibe or not. So we're gonna try to nail that, but so far I think it's going pretty well. Okay, so I think this eye isn't really working already. Or is it? Because we don't need to make the eyelashes thicker, that's for sure, but... Okay. I think we have to work on what's in the front pretty early on. And I do hope we have the check examples. Don't tell me I erased it. I think I might have. Which, yes, it's kind of painful. um, that's alright. These were the references for the swords, but I think I can make this work already. Like, it's pretty clear what it is already. I was doing it on the last stream, but I kind of want to be exact, and even though I've drawn this like this here, I could apply some changes. With the line art, even still. Now the question is, how do I go about the sword? I think this is fine. Okay, yeah, so the inside of the sword will be... Whoa, that was almost good. This will be a pain, I think. Unless we cheat a little bit. Is this the same layer? No, yes, okay, great. So we'll do basically something like this. Ruben, hey. I'm working further on the illustrations from last week that are going. Wait, we did have like a mock-up, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there was a screenshot as well. But yes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. Of those illustrations. Today, as I don't have access yet, or I'm just not done fully with the project in Engine, we won't be trying them out in there today, but I'll be focusing on finishing the illustrations themselves. So yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. We are having fun here. And how are you doing, mate? Hmm.
You should go now. Run. No, I won't leave you here. We can run together. Listen, if we run together, they will shoot us from behind. We both die. So, how's about you here? They will kill you. No, don't worry about me. I will hold them. I want you to promise me to survive, to take this message for our country.
Wait, what? Alright.
Where am I? It's just so beautiful. I am in heaven? Yes.
So this is... Oh yeah, this works. Okay. To be honest, I was for a moment very, very lost in how the perspective on this curve went. But this is looking alright. Are we done? It doesn't look like anything is missing. Let's confirm. Yes, so we do have to fix the eye. It basically ends here. This should be way better already. Mom spaghetti. Mm. Yeah, okay, we're missing the lashes in the lower part of the eye. Okay, looks good, I think. Although the eyes, wait. Yeah, so I think we fixed this eye, but this one seems a bit off for some reason. Yeah, I think we got it now. Did we? It's still somewhat off. Now even more so, I think. I think the sketch doesn't work. This could help quite a bit. Yep. I'm gonna see real quick if I can. Oh no. Fix the eye by moving it a little. Does this help? No, this is better. Okay, so now, like I said, we have to define what's in the front and what's in the back. And maybe I'll do it on a different layer. Then can be also fun. I can show you what this actually adds to the drawing. So, it's basically meant for readability at most. Like for example, looking right now, you probably can kind of make out that there's a arm coming out here, but it's not super clear that this is an arm in front of the body. How you can make this pop out is by making the lines of the objects more towards the camera thicker. And now you'll notice like a distinction, like a very clear line of where the cut happens. And for now this might look kind of weird, but if the same rule is applied to the whole drawing, then it starts to make a whole lot of sense, way more sense. And me changing now directly from the shirts to the face, or to the hair, to be more exact. You could say it's a way for me to have fun, cause like I just do what I feel like doing at the moment. Some parts I don't feel like doing at all, so I most of the time I just leave them for last, and I focus on what I wanna do in the drawing. Like I don't really like drawing objects, like the sword for example. Uh, of course you can make them cool, but it's like, you have to go with the straights. It's like, what I mean to say is I think I don't like drawing non-organic things, because also the line thickness makes it way more makes your drawings way more organic. And you can of course apply this to objects as well, but it won't have exactly the same effect as the sword, for example, is made of like pretty precise shapes, so to say, and it doesn't have like a flow like the hair would have, for example. Also, what goes really hand in hand with this type of technique is hard shadows, like this, for example, where you're kind of making shadows using the lines themselves. But I don't wanna. It's not necessarily what we want to go for with this drawing, because even though they can basically have whatever style I decide, as Aeon Drive is full pixel art and doesn't have a exact art style. So yeah, it's basically whatever I say goes. Um, But yeah, this wouldn't be really fitting um, in the setting, I'd say. I don't know. Or in the menu itself. I don't think it would look nice. So this is basically making a round 2 for the line art. You're going over every single line once again. Though now you don't worry about making the line so much, as you worry more of what line should be thicker um, in comparison to other lines nearby. And I'm wondering, should we make the lips form black or not? Because as a line art this looks way better, obviously. But we are going to color this, so we can also put a shadow color there. Which also basically means I can pretty much erase this. But I don't know what I wanna do. I guess we'll find out. If I don't like it, we can always change it in the end. The possibilities are endless. Also, I have learned a cool trick for the eyebrows, like the basic anime eyebrows, while coloring, to kind of hide them behind the hair by coloring the line arts at the end. I hope we'll make it wait. We got like 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure we'll get into coloring. Although there's, yeah. It's a pretty elaborated illustration. A lot of stuff going on here. Luckily the second one won't be as complicated as there isn't as much elements in it. Which also might be problematic because they do have to fit in exactly the same way. So we might add something to it. Because compared to this one, the second illustration feels super empty. Which I hope won't cause any problem. But we'll see. We will see. Okay, so as you can see now, there's a whole lot more definition and you can more easily see what's where, you know? And for comparison, here's the version with and without. And if you still don't see it and think, yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Then I guess we need to finish the rest of it, and then I'm pretty sure you'll notice the change. The hard thing about not connecting these layers is that I can't directly apply any bigger changes to the line art itself, because sometimes I need to erase something that's on the basic layer, which I cannot touch by drawing on this one, you know? But we'll get into it at the end, I think. I'll just merge them two together after showing you what it did. And we'll go back to it again and clean up. Clean up the mess we left for ourselves. Okay, I do need to expand the canvas a little bit. Uh, let's erase a bit of this, because this I do need to do immediately. So here I wanna how would you say this? Show the overlap, basically. Because at first it was like this, and you might think, yeah, obviously this goes over the shirt or whatever, but doing this simple change, which I think we can push even further, makes it way more readable and clear of what kind of overlap is actually taking place there. And this should be pretty thick as well, I believe, but also kind of spiky. Well, to be honest, I'm quite what would you call it? Sloppy with the line art at places. We'll extend this one to make a distinction between the hair and the face. And now to the front of the scarf. This doesn't necessarily need to be super thick. As for this one, this needs to be super thick to show that it's really in the front. And this right here is super tricky. Okay. Let's say this is tip of the dagger. That's in the front. And we'll connect the scarf like this. The reason for this is I'm not sure how you call this in English or whatever, but I think in Netherlands it's like tangens, tangents, like in mathematics, I guess, which is a rule of a t, as I call it, or that's how it has been explained to me, is that you never want overlapping things to go like this, for example, because this isn't clear which one is overlapping which. And maybe this doesn't make much sense, but if you imagine mountains like this, and then there's one in the back, like it's about these points that we are trying to get here. As first it was like this, this, this. That was exactly the point that we had just now. And we created this and this. Right here. Readability is key. And also I think I do need to merge these two layers soon, as it's getting quite tricky to work further. So maybe we'll just group those to keep it as a example. This I'll merge so we can work further. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Oh man, I'm super sloppy with this one. But it's no problem as long as we fix it, so that's fine. Okay. So this needs to get progressively thinner. And this needs to be super thick because it's in the front. and then it's clear. And here, like, you can see the exactly same thing that I just talked about right here. They are overlapping, like the sword part is overlapping the scarf, but instead of coming out of here, we're gonna push it over here, and then it's gonna be way clearer. See?
You see here, kid, you gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
How much time left? 20 minutes. Okay, then we won't exactly finish this piece. Wow, this takes way longer than I expected. I actually expected to start drawing the second one on today's stream. But yeah, I do wanna take my time with those, as they are potentially a good marketing asset as well. So we might use it for whatever other reasons than only the character selection. Like, I can even put it as one of the overlays in the stream, which would also be cool, and that will probably happen. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, the only thing I wish was that I was better with the wrinkles on the shirts and everything, because the shirt is way too plain. I'm freestyling at this point. Okay, so I do see we need to thicken those because they are above the shoulder. Make this nice and thick as well. Oh yeah, and the scarf isn't exactly finished yet. On the scarf we can kinda go crazy, but not too crazy, I guess. But as it's not overlapping with any objects anymore, the way we're going to play with the thickness on this one, instead of showing what's in front, turns into making it organic and basically look cool by differentiating the size of the brush. And as this is in the front and it overlaps itself, it's good that this one stays relative, relatively, 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 whatever, uh, thin. And as this part is going to the front, yeah, okay, so in the back and in the front kinda works here again, but it's only because of the parts that overlaps, which isn't super big, so that's why we can focus on just making it flowy with the thickness. But here again, this is cool. Okay, so for the biggest part, this looks pretty good. Not much, if anything at all, here that doesn't work for me. We can maybe thicken the fingers part a bit more. Okay, that's better. And I don't know if there's any rule for this, but well, this band-aid is a part of the arm that gets way thicker here. We kinda need to make the band-aid thicker as well, otherwise it looks out of place next to such a thick line. Okay, then I think that we are pretty much done. So at this point, wait, no, this shouldn't be the tick though. The lips themselves, yes, but not the upper lip. Okay, so at this point, we are going to add some scratches and textures, which in my or more details as well for to the hair, for example. Like I could do something like this as well to show the shadows, but I think I won't do this as much as I want to do the most work with the colors. Okay. But yes, so like I noticed artists doing this. I kind of figured it out myself how I tend to do it, which is super simplistic, and there's probably way better ways to do this. But I just make these type of patterns all over, and I try to make sure they are not too systematic, so they look organic. And they just in general they make the drawing feel more real, as it makes it seem as if those as as if this, for example, is a real cloth and it has imperfections like this. Okay, I don't know what I was trying to go for there, but so in general I use this super randomly, but sometimes when it's super clear what a certain surface is, because texture is basically just the way a surface of something is, and we have a band-aid here, so it's cool to like give you the idea of an actual band-aid texture. I don't know, I don't remember how I did it, but I think I did this in um, in the marketing picture that we use for Aeon Drive right now. But something like this should do the trick, I believe. Or not. It kind of looks weird. Okay, but we can definitely go for something like this. Yeah, okay. So this looks way more like a band-aid. And now it kind of turns into like the drawing itself, although it's something we put on the top of the drawing. Like, if this makes sense to me, it kind of does. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be there from the start, but it's something we add to make it seem more real in a way. I don't know. So yeah, this is basically how to make your drawings look like you're a professional artist. It looks like you know what you're doing. Well, it's not necessarily the case. Just a couple of lines to communicate that this is actually the back of the turning of the scarf. Okay, we need this arm to pop a little bit more. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's super quiet today. That's fine though, but kinda lonely. That's alright. People got their own things going on, obviously. Uh, but regardless, even if there's not a lot of people tuning in today, you can always view it back on YouTube. So nothing is lost. All the awesome knowledge I'm sharing is still um, it's still possible that someone hears it. Doesn't go to waste. Okay, so now I would use my shortcuts, but I don't have them like I said. We need to invert the selection, but I don't know how you do that anymore. Oh, inverse, yes. And then we need to move it a couple pixels. Modify? Expand, yes. By 1 pixel, no, the other way. Okay, so select everything. Modify, expand by like, yeah, 2 pixels I'd say. So it goes more to the middle behind the lines. Then we inverse the selection, then we go on a new layer, and then we fill it with a great color. Hey! I really need to set up my hotkeys again. But yeah, this is looking slick. We have 6 more minutes, so I might throw in some base colors for it, so that way we can pick it up again on the next stream. And by some basic colors, I mean honestly super random colors that are somewhere close to where we should be. Oh, but this is already looking super sick in my opinion. Like, I'm glad with how it turned out. I was kind of iffy with the sketch we had. I kind of liked it, but there was something like, yeah, there's something not quite right. But with the line art now, I think I like it. I'm certainly way more happy than I expected to be with it. I might still apply some changes to the lines in the end, like this for example, which as you can see isn't as perfect as I may reveal some of the color, but we'll manage. Oh, there, that's fine. Jacqueline. Let's play with some colors. Oh, I didn't quite finish it, wait. Looks good to me. And let's save it as well really quick. Because I really don't want to lose this one. Okay, let's play with some colors for a moment because we have 3 minutes, so we won't achieve super much anymore. This type of color is quite pretty for her as well. Let's go with the eyes now, maybe. As long as we have the time. Corrupt Sidious. Oh, just lurking. That's alright, man. Feel free to just lurk. As long as this is entertaining someone, it's great. Awesome. I actually can't wait to finish this piece. So uh, I might finish this off screen and then we'll just work further on the other one on the upcoming stream. It's oh, I don't see. Oh, my time has changed. I like the AM and PM system. So now it's PM, I believe, right? 6 PM 29, which means that we are about to finish the stream. And we need this one. Alright. Great progress today. I expected this to go way further. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is that we get a nice product at the end. And we are getting there, so that's good. Alright. So to all of you lurkers and people that rewatch this on YouTube, I wish you a nice evening. Stay hydrated and everything. So yeah. Peace.